Hey guys, Ryan here, Pro Circle Commentary. This is going to be the third set between Sea Shield and Free in the round of 16 of the Hana Daetoo MSL 2010 spring season. We have Fighting Spirit. We're going to have Sea Shield, or just C, at the bottom right-hand position, at the 5 o'clock position in purple as the Terran player. And I'm going to Free at the bottom left-hand position at 7 o'clock as the brown protoss player. And I'm wondering whether the second set actually had a bit of an effect on his morale, because I actually should have been able to bring home the bacon with that one, but he did not. So I'm wondering whether C we're going to have a little bit of a morale advantage in this one, despite losing the first set earlier on in the last week. 38, 39, 40. But you never know. We're going to see how this one turns up. I like my P's. I don't have one of those filters for my microphone, so whenever I go, you guys can hear it, and it also comes up. Probably annoying as hell for you guys, but oh well. I live to annoy you and entertain you. A little bit of mix of both. But yeah, the last matchup was a little bit hectic, crazy. Half the time I didn't know what the hell was going on. Who's ahead? Who's ahead? Ah, I don't know. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here in Fighting Spirit. Fighting Spirit definitely a map that lends itself to some insane macro games, and I'm just hoping here another player goes for anything risky, because if C decides to go for something crazy like 14cc in this one, he's gonna find himself in trouble. It's just not something you want to go for in this one. Okay, Barracks, there we go. I was like, don't do anything crazy, C, don't do anything crazy, and he does not, so great there. We're gonna see whether other players decide to go for something funky, whether Free tries to rush to DTs and catch C off guard like he did in the first set. And it worked in that one, so he might just decide to employ it again. This is a pro player map, so it can take a while for the players to scout each other. Scouting going to be very important early on, and we're going to see apparently a C coming down here for C. Apparently going to the upper right-hand position. Yeah, apparently going to go to the upper right-hand position, so he's going to scout Free last. Free, meanwhile, has not sent out a scout. As I say that, I think he's sending out a scout. And he's going to go up to the upper left, or no, he's apparently going to scout in the correct direction to the low right-hand position, and as soon as that probe is in, he's gonna, yeah, just so he's gonna get the scout correctly. Just not taking up alongside that, getting his Amneris Corrupt Factory on the way for C. So nothing funky going on so far. We're gonna see what happens. C gonna use that one, can expand off one factory, but he's gonna be able to hold back any pressure early on from Pre. He's going to have some Marines out there, going to have a tank out there coming out as well, so any sort of Dragoon pressure coming out for Pre is going to be prevented. Probe coming down here, and Marine's actually going to force that back. Nice Marine timing here, so Probe actually not spotting the gas mining here, so actually not a very successful scout for Free. We're going to see what decides to react with this. See, just getting that probe inside of his base is going to give him an opportunity to get out his own. He should actually be able to get it up the ramp as long as there's nothing blockading. But meanwhile now, Siege is going to be able to prevent a scout inside of his own base just with his Marines on that ramp, so it's luckily for him there. Still don't see commands are being put down anywhere, but 3 Marines gonna come out there. Actually gonna keep one on the ramp just to get the probe choice to come by. He's actually just gonna go out there. We're gonna see whether they snipe this down, get a couple more shots out there, just across the bridge. Shoo probe, shoo you bad probe. See, apparently not mentioned to get the scout though, because of the Dragoon popped out just in time for Free to force that away. He's getting range alongside a second Dragoon, second Gateway. I'm sorry, probably second Dragoon as well. But he's actually apparently not going to play a very tech-heavy game. I mean, economically heavy game to start off. Probably going to expand soon enough, but again, just going to focus on getting some army out there. 5 or 6 Marines out there for C now. So also should be actually expanding soon. Definitely think he had less gas mining, so I think you should be putting down a command center. On this map, you might want to build inside of your own base and then just float it off to the natural instead of taking the risk of building it downstairs. I still don't see any command centers or anything coming in from he's mining gas blue right now. Probe gonna yet again come in, but Marines are up there waiting for it. Also a tank in there, and a CV coming actually back, so that's gonna help repair in case that's necessary. With these Marines and that one tank, this one's a Dragoon, second Dragoon out there as well, and I think there's a third one coming down right now, but they're not gonna be able to prevent anything. CV not going to manage to get a scout inside. One single Zealot. He should be able to bypass that Zealot, but just going to go down. Doesn't matter. Command Center just now being put down by C. He's going to probably has a Vulture with mines out there, so he's going to be able to defend this fairly nicely. Is going to put down the barracks, might put down the bunker at the front as well, just to act as extra security. And we're going to see in what direction it is that Free decides to take this. Definitely looks like he's going to put down his base right now, put down his own Natural Expo, but he definitely might decide to go for observers because he never got that scout inside of C's base. So he definitely wants that engineering base just now on the way. So there's going to be some scouting going on there for him. But he's definitely going to want some observers out there. He has a decent sized force. There are mines out there for him. Sending out a Zealot first to get himself dragged in, so that's a nice strategy for him there. Oh, gonna hit. Oh, 2 mines gonna hit that Zealot. Some more mines out there, but third mine, 2 mines. Oh, absolute beautiful play here by Free, clearing that out completely. But more vultures coming in. They're gonna have mines on there as well. They're gonna be able to plan with more mines. These marines and tank out there, they're gonna be able, should be able to clear this out. Still Free doing a nice job of microing, focusing down those vultures and those marines as well. Mine's not really very close to those dragoons though. Zealot, another Zealot coming in here. He's gonna be able to clear this up. And see, it looks like he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Another Mine Dragon. 5 Dragoons at this point. He's not, doesn't have a couple of tanks in there. No siege mode. If he had siege mode, he'd just be able to plant right on top of that. Really should have built that command center inside of his own base, as I was saying. Much safer, especially on this map, because his pressure really could come in. Free with absolutely beautiful timing pressure here. CV's coming off the line as well. Tank going to get sniped down. 1 Dragoon goes down alongside, but there's going to be able to snipe the second tank. Tank desperately retreats. The CV's just coming off the line, just trying to push the Dragoons back, but Free with absolutely full pressure right now, deciding to go for it right here. I think he saw it putting on his X. I still think it's on the way, but SCV's coming off the line, being forced to fight off. Tank also heavily damaged. And wow, Free just taking a huge amount of damage, just trying to get some forces out there. Only still has 1 factory waiting on that siege. Has that 1 siege tank on top there. Gonna start to repair. Building that command center just in time. He's gonna get repaired. Siege mode coming in, but the command center gonna go down. Oh, he finished his building and then desperately tries to repair it, but not gonna happen. Couple of siege techs in there. Gonna be able to clear this up, but losing that command center was pretty bad. Oh man, Free now mining inside of his own natural expansion, and C looking in a lot of trouble. He's going to be able to continue pumping an army and then just pressure in. The siege mode coming in a little late. Mines in bad positions, getting his stuff sniped, and now, oh man, forced to repair his barracks to boot. And oh, that entire thing could have been prevented if C had just played a little bit safer. A bunker at the front at the right time. So many things that would have helped against that, but no bunker, no safe CC expanding, nothing like that. Pope Me One now just going to come to this 9 o'clock position. There was a Vulture there, meanwhile, which has backed out, so that the expansion is going to go up. He's just going to power expand and get a bunch of bases up. We're going to see whether... I think he's actually going to try to go for a counter push here. Still, yeah, not picking up a command center at all right now, so I think he's just going to go for a counter aggression. He's going to try to finish this. He knows that trying to fight a macro game at this point is a pretty bad position for him to try to go for. He's going to be able to use that... Engineer Bay to act as a scout, just gonna try to siege off range, but I still think Free's gonna have more than enough forces to fight this back. This is the last shot here for C. Vulture's coming off the line. I'm gonna be able to plant some decent mines down there. There is a turret coming up as well, but I still think that C's just in a very bad position. Only 3 Vultures here to defend. It's 1 SCV coming off the line as well. They're trying to put a bunker at the front. Mines actually hitting a tank. There's some of those Dragoons going down, but those only 2 siege tanks left. C's desperately trying to blockade for that, but never mind. GG by C. So we're not going to be able to see him into the round of 8. So sorry, guys. So many things that could have happened to make sure that what happened wouldn't happen, but unfortunately, it was not to be. So Free going to move on to the round of 8. Been a while since I've seen him in that position, so I'm kind of excited too. Going to see what he brings to this round of 16 this time around. But for all you C Shield fans, you're just going to have to wait again. GG guys, reaching out, that's listening. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see ya when I see ya.